Welcome to the Psycho Kitchen, where conversations simmer, where we stir, we talk about issues that affect our mental health, we talk about issues that affect us as a society. If you can, please subscribe, like, and just support us on these pages. So the idea of Psycho is that we use culinary art as a medium to communicate about mental health issues and those issues that then affect our mental health but are happening in our communities. So welcome. Today we want to make spicy chicken wings. The way we'll be doing it here at SciCook is that we make a dish or a recipe that we are going to be following, but you will not be talking about the recipe during this process. I'll be talking about any of the topics that you are going to be bringing along, or everything that we want to talk about, everything that affects our mental health. We talk about issues that affect us as a community that then lead to the degeneration of our mental health. So I welcome you on board. I will not even put the method in the recipe because I'm expecting you to be listening to this, and then you will see how I'm doing it, and you will just do it using the ingredients that we have. I'll try here and there to talk about the recipe if I can, but the issue really is to have these enriching kitchen counter conversations where we talk about issues that matter to us, where we talk about issues that affect us every day. And the expectation there is that we'll be able to do more about our wellness, especially mental wellness. Today I want to talk about something that has been on my mind of late. It was sparked by a conversation that I had with a very good friend of mine, where we were talking about how getting positions in class kind of shaped how we view things and how we do things in life, putting maybe sometimes pressure on ourselves and also maybe putting pressure on other people. Remember how we used to get positions like, so if you are the best in class, you were number one. We had our number 2, 3, 4, 5. We had our top 10 lists. We also had those who were what we can say the least. So the number lasts, the number 38s, the number 30s, And I think what that did is it made us think that unless you are on either of the extremes, you will not be noticed. So we all know who was last in class. Those who were the worst, we know them. Those who were the best, we knew them as well. So today I want to talk about the average, the beauty of letting people be average. Because we live in a world that constantly pushes us to strive for greatness. It wants us to stand out, to excel, to achieve more. I'm not at all against ambition. Ambition is a beautiful thing. But while ambition can be a beautiful thing, there's also profound peace in allowing ourselves and others to simply be, to be ordinary, to be enough, even without the pressure to be exceptional. Is it possible, or is it something that we can strive for as a community, to start redefining worth beyond achievement? Because like we said before, not everyone is meant to be extraordinary, and that's okay. If we can learn that a person's worth isn't tied to how much they accomplish, or even how much they are talented, or how much they outshine others. Because sometimes life is just about quiet, steady contributions, the kind that don't make headlines, but they still matter deeply. What if we celebrated contentment just as much as we celebrate success? Can we also start talking about just the freedom that we find in accepting good enough? Because when we push for constant improvement, it can sometimes create unnecessary stress. What if we gave ourselves and others permission to be just okay at things, to enjoy a hobby without having to be the best at it, to work a job without striving for the next promotion, to simply exist without the weight of expectations, because I think there is beauty in an ordinary life that is well lived. When we see people for who they are, we then learn to love without conditions. It means that we allow people, for example, to be average. We love them for who they are, not for what they produce. As parents, as partners, as friends, we need to let go the need of people to impress us, because true love isn't about expecting excellence. It is about embracing humanity. It is about embracing my flaws and everything. Just accept me for who I am. It doesn't mean that we are condoning being sloppy or not working hard, but we are just saying there's only one spot for number one. There's also only one spot for number last. Most of us, we are somewhere there in the middle. But what we tend to give attention to is something that is on its extremes. So we might not even notice an ordinary, in quotes, person who is struggling because we don't see them. We are just not seeing them. So let's love without conditions. This will also give us permission. It gives yourself permission to also step off the need or the hamster wheel of constant self-improvement, to allow us to put space for rest, because sometimes when you want to rest, you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm actually, this is where I'm falling off, this is where I'm remaining, when others are going forward. But we need to be able to rest. We need to be able to give us the grace, ourselves rather, the grace to rest. That way we learn to enjoy life's simple moments, an unremarkable afternoon with your family, a quiet walk, an average home-cooked meal that doesn't have to be posted on social media. And it is in these moments that we find extraordinary actually being hidden in the ordinary. So I just want to bring to you this thought-provoking issue, to just provoke you to think about it, to say we don't have to be the best at everything. And we are allowed to exist without performing. Also, the people we love don't need to impress us to be worthy of our love. And an average life is still a beautiful one. Let's create space for grace, for rest, for embracing life's simple joys. Let's live life without the pressure to be exceptional. I'm not saying we should not put our best, but again, my best may not take me to position one. My best may not take me to where the society will celebrate me. This is why now we have the richest people. They are celebrated. They are, we don't even stop to think how those riches came about. We are just celebrating because they are number one. They have the most beautiful car. They have the most beautiful this. But I just thought I would provoke you today and say, do we see how this affects our mental health in ourselves as we try to outperform others at the risk of our health? Do we see how this is affecting us as a society when we don't celebrate our children just because they were not the best in class? When we don't celebrate our partners just because they did not do this big thing on Valentine? But this man has been very consistent in being good to you. But because you don't have postable moments, what we call postable moments, and you'll be seeing a lot of posts here at Psycook which seem ordinary, but just to remind ourselves that it's okay to be ordinary, it's okay to be average, and let's exalt grace over perfection. Let's enjoy the simple joys of life. And I want to hear from you in the comments. If you can talk to me about what you think about this. What are your thoughts? Have you ever felt the pressure to be great at everything? Let's talk about it. Let's start these conversations. Let's talk to our children about it. Let's hear what they think. And let's keep on doing life and remembering every day that mental health matters. It does not only matter, it's health. Mental health is health. So let's give it the priority that it deserves. Let's make sure that we are not just throwing it away and at the same time throwing our lives away. Another gentle reminder to subscribe, to follow us on all our platforms. We hope to see you there. Join the family.